And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. I do hope your day is going well for you. For all the folks that live to the northwest of the Meridian area, be careful. We have got serious fog this morning as we wake up. Let's pull up radar here and take a look at what we've got showing on radar. All of this area to the northwest here, Union, just west of here at Newton and all points forward north of there as we look at this. The fog really gets thick right there about Union as we look at this. All in this area here, and by the time you get to downtown Philadelphia, a little bit thicker there right past House and you get through Tucker. But as you get into the city limits, just a couple of miles outside of town, all the way over here to the Dixon community, all of these areas here at Rosebud, look at this, how thick this is. This travels eastward into Kemper County, all of this above Kemper Lake to DeKalb. And as you get into Winston County, if you're there, we've got a lot of thick fog there all the way through Louisville on the other side of the jail. So be careful this morning as you're traveling. Allow a little extra time for school buses today. As we watch all of this, we've moved to our new place. We may have a little software issue. I've seen a little bit of a hesitation. I may have to do some work on some hesitation a little bit later on. So if something doesn't match, let us know, and we'll try to get that fixed up here before the next show begins. But here we are, a lot of fog, and we want to remind you that tomorrow is going to be a very big weather day as we look at everything. Let's go back to the map here and pull this up so you can see what I'm looking at. As we look at this, and let's turn on our severe weather map. Let's go to tomorrow. And we're upgraded now. As we'll look at this, the Mississippi Delta, as you'll see this is a serious level 4 here in this area there. You're most likely from Vicksburg through Grenada, all of this area, very, very tornadic activity expected. As we get into Philadelphia, Kosciuszko areas, also. As you get into the Meridian area, we're at a level 2. It's thick chances of severe weather tomorrow. So that's what we're expecting. So we'll watch this. And we do have, there was a text there that mentioned that some of the motion here is not matching. We'll get that fixed up before long. That's where we are at this point. Sorry about that, but we'll get it going here before long. Always some kinks to work out when you move into a new place. All right, over the weekend, we did see a lot of accidents in the area. As we look at this, we did lose 2 lives in the Meridian area on Friday night. Exit there coming into town, 153, the 22nd Avenue exit. 2 people lost their lives there as they came into Meridian. Horrible accident. This would happen all around the state. We also, right at the Pachuta exit, as we go here and we take a look at our friends that are down Clark County Hot Topics, as we look at this, we would find out that a 10-year-old would lose their life in this accident. A car rolled over. It looks to be a father and son, and we do have a child that died in that, 10 years old, from the Tennessee area. Our condolences go out to that family. And I seriously believe that as we get these numbers here in just a little bit, they're going to be astronomical compared to last year. We had 5 deaths last year, and I know of 6 already. So awful that we would even have this. But that's where we are on statewide as we look at the deaths, and I haven't even gotten the messages yet as we look at what happened in Alabama in the immediate area. But it looks as though highways were very deadly over the holiday weekend. A lot more people traveling. That had a lot to do with it as well. As we had another accident, we had that death that happened there in Clark County. We would have another wreck that happened immediately after that as we go back here to take a look as we pull this up. As you'll see here. Major accident there on the highway as we come across and look at all of these. No one was seriously hurt, but a major accident there. Shut down traffic for quite some time. The northbound lane there at Pachuta was blocked as they got that cleared up. Also, if you're watching, you can follow us on YouTube. YouTube channel may be perfectly clear this morning if you haven't checked us out there. We did have an accidental shooting over the weekend, the Meridian Police Department tells us. As we look at this did happen on the 600 block of 46th Avenue in Meridian. One person said he accidentally shot himself over the weekend. Okay. On to our next story. We still have a very serious problem in the Meridian area as we have a person of interest that is on the run. Matter of fact, we got a picture. I think they got the whole thing on video. But at this point, we still call it a suspect, but considered armed and dangerous. As we go to here, this would be the tobacco store on 18th Avenue, where McDonald's and where Cash Savers is. That tobacco shop that's right next to there on the left side of the road if you're going toward the 18th Avenue bridge. Armed robbery, and the clerk/owner was stabbed multiple times. Taken to the hospital. This person, still at large, has not been caught at this point. Last seen wearing pajamas, blue top there, and a maroon hat. As you can see, in his 40s with a little bit of gray there in the beard there. Be on the lookout for this. If you see anything suspicious, report that to the Meridian Police Department. You can reach them at 485-1893 is the number to call. Let's pull it back up one more time so you can see that. And let's click on that picture where you can see that just a little bit better there. Let's zoom in on that. That's who we're looking for. If you happen to see that person, make sure to report that. Now, we're also, if you work in the neighborhood, you own a business that is anywhere on Highway 19, where we've reported numerous break-ins and shootings over the last little bit. Let's pull that up and look here. If you are in this area, we are investigating. We're waiting to find back more information on this as we come across. Right in this area right here, where the Exxon gas station is, where earlier in the year we saw 2 people shot and killed here. There's a liquor store right next to it. A window was busted out. We are assuming that that's going to be a burglary. We're waiting for more information to find out about that this morning, but someone did break the glass. We are assuming that someone did make an entry on that. We'll keep you posted as that information becomes available this morning as to what's going on around the community. We did have the report of a fire in the 19th Street area. The Meridian Fire Department was able to put that out. That's the good news. No one was hurt, thank goodness, on all of that. That's the good news on that. As we come across some more stories that we've got that happened on the local level here, we did bring up the accidental shooting. Boyd's cleanup. Now, this would be right downtown as you're coming into the Meridian area there at the 18th Avenue Bridge. As you go over it and you come there and you sit there at that stop sign, you go north to go to the hospitals just to the right there. They've been there for years. Boyd Cleanup, so it's one of the latest that got hit by our folks that break into places. They broke through the front window there into the business. I don't believe anything was taken, but they did get in. The alarm went off, police were dispersed, and they ran before the police got there. This is almost a nightly thing in our area as we look at this. Also, let's go back to, always keep this in mind when you're traveling Highway 39. Always lots of accidents that happen there, and well, this happened over the weekend also. Had a big major fender bender there as you look at the cars. This is at that intersection there at Highway 39 and North Hill Street there by Hardee's. Always a wreck there. If you're traveling through there, be careful. Keep it in mind. Another incident that we had during the rain. Boy, it cuts up when it rains, doesn't it? We had an ambulance overturned over near Meehan as we look at this. This was out of Newton. As we pull up that picture, look at that. Minor injuries, thank heavens. That could have been a whole lot worse, but those slick streets will get you every single time. We've got more coming up. Let's take a minute and let's head out to Collinsville. Let's talk about, Brother Ben wants to talk about common people this morning because you do so much.
Jesus had lots of disciples, but there were 12 that he chose to be especially.
And I do believe that is not the right one there. So we'll see if we can get that fixed here in a minute and get that straightened out. We'll play that a little bit later there. I went to the wrong cut. As we look around, Let's see, we've got some more things going on. It didn't transfer when I set everything up for some reason. We go to Jackson. I don't know if you've heard about this yet, but a 12-year-old child playing Russian Roulette. He died. 2 people have been arrested and another contained for conspiracy after the fact. Accessory after the fact. I said conspiracy, accessory after the fact. 12-year-old lost their life for something like this. How horrible it is. As we look around, a man is in custody after. You remember that we talked about the state trooper's car that was shot? Y'all remember that? They've caught the guy that done it. Miraculously. No names have been released yet, but they have got him in cuffs. We see that in Yazoo, someone was shot at the car wash. They have died. That happened over the weekend as well. We look around. We did have another crash that happened on Highway 49. A 25-year-old Philip Skipper lost his life in that accident, and that was, again, on the west side of the state. As we see our numbers, they're going to be extremely high as we look at these wrecks. We also see that we had a wreck in the Gulfport area where someone else lost their life on Mississippi Highway. Interstate 10 is where that accident happened. So those numbers are growing quickly as we look at this. We did see that in Forest County, there was a car chase. Thought he was going to get away until his car caught on fire. No injuries, but car did burn to the ground. As we look at this, what else do we have shaping up this morning? Jerry's Fish Camp. Y'all know where that is over in Vicksburg? Somebody ran through it, and an arrest has been made. What is and I'm trying to think of it. It may be the same place, but on Highway 49 outside of Jackson, the Igloo place. I can't think of the name of it. It may be Jerry's. I've eaten there many a times over there. It's a unique place. Never been to a more oddly shaped building in all my life. Jones County, which is south of us, they had a woman came home. Someone was in her house. She ran out the door and was able to escape. They're searching for him. Police cleared the house. She's all right. They also, Jones County over the weekend, and these always happen as we get people together. As Chris was here with us Friday and talked about what would happen as people get together. They just can't get along, can they? Guy threatened his mama. The cops showed up in Jones County. He threatened the deputies. He got an escort to jail, too. We see that we go to Claiborne County next. Nothing worse than someone leaving the scene of an accident. That's what happened. He's been charged with leaving the scene of a deadly crash. Someone died in it, and he walked away. 2 people. Did y'all see this last night? I posted this. This happened in Maryland, where a plane crash happened. Hit the power lines. Miraculously, they lived. 2 people were hung in that. That's the good news on that one. There's always some good news if we look hard enough, isn't it? Let's see what else we've got going on this morning as we look around the nation here for some other thoughts and things that are happening. Let's see. The most dangerous roads in America. Florida Interstate 10 and Alaska Highway, where they say it has no gas station for 240 miles. I don't know if mine would make it from one exit to the other. After this weekend, we'll see what the deadliest highways are. I'm not so sure that all of that is right. It's been some bad ones. As I mentioned a moment ago, let's go back to radar. We do have a lot of fog this morning as we start looking at this. And as you're getting ready for work, if you're anywhere north of Meridian at this point, leave home a little bit earlier and get to work as we see this more or less spreading. It's starting now to move into Lauderdale County. As we pull this up, let's show you what Meridian Honda radar is showing this morning. Again, all of Carthage, Lee County, Philadelphia, and Neshoba County is covered in thick fog. All of Winston County, Louisville, anybody in that area there. We're now starting to see this creeping in on Macon. If you've got to travel Highway 14 in between Louisville and Macon, be extra careful this morning. It's a lot there. We're also seeing Highway 16 gets thick, and as you get almost into Philadelphia, it's going to get a lot worse. But around where it meets in 495, 493, in that Cleveland area there at the swimming pool, it's going to get thick. As we come down, we see now that Lauderdale County starting to see this in West Lauderdale area now. Let's turn on some locations where we can see things a little bit better. It's going to pick up right about the line there at Owls, Rock House Trading Post, back porch, right along there at State Boulevard. You're going to start seeing fog, and it'll go north all the way to Oak Tibby, out 19 the rest of the way into Philadelphia. Now, if you're coming in now, also keep 494. That's pretty thick also. As we look to our west and we go outside of 20, it's going to pick up there at Lost Gap. And by the time you get to that Newton County line, it's going to be thick all the way over here. As you'll see there, the Red Goat, those areas there. Thick fog all the way through Hickory. Y'all be careful. Leave home school buses are going to be back traveling. Kids not used to going back to school. They've had that week out. Think about that. All right, we're going to check your forecast here in just a moment. Don't rush off. We'll do that in a moment to get things rolling this morning.
Have you been hurt on the job? Call Will Parker. Get the help you deserve. Call Will Parker. Know your rights when it comes to the workplace injuries. Call Will Parker. Call or go online at parkerfirm.net. Call your Meridian lawyer, Will Parker.
If you're looking for a deal, go to Facebook and type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace. Scroll through all of the pictures that are there and pick the item that you want to bid on. Bids end on Wednesday night and Sunday nights at 8 p.m. And the winning bid can pick up the product the next day. Again, it's easy to do. Go to Facebook, type in East Mississippi Online Marketplace, and find the items that you want to bid on and save a bunch of money. That's 2 different auctions, Wednesday and Sunday night. Both sales end at 8 p.m. Honeysuckles on North Hill Street is bringing the Christmas cheer to you this year. And don't forget to order your Christmas centerpiece today. A great way to light up your table. They have hand-painted ornaments brought in from Poland, and they make great Christmas gifts and heirlooms. They carry the complete line of Satterfield pottery, and that's made in Oxford, Mississippi. And don't forget about the fresh wreaths and garlands that are available. Order yours now. Honeysuckles, 2626 North Hill Street. Gifts for the holiday season.
Looking over some of the comments, and the lighting might be a little bright in here. We may have to bring that tone down. This is learning as we go. We'll learn a lot after about an hour together this morning, won't we? That's coming up at 8. I hope you'll join us as we do that. Let's see here if I can get to here while we're just kind of live and go here and let's see what we can do here. Maybe that's a difference. If you see a difference, and I chilled that a little bit there on lighting. We'll see. I'd love to hear from you of what you think, this, that, and the other. We're glad to be here. This has been going on for over a year. Long way to get here. But looks good as we travel about. And again, there's going to be some bloopers. It always is with new stuff. All right, let's get into the forecast now. As we said, I want you to pay attention as we get ready for tomorrow. This is going to be a serious weather event that's on our way. Let's get into your forecast now.
Your forecast is brought to you by EMEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative.
Our record highs, our record lows, 2016, 79 degrees is what we had. Our record low was set in 1938, a low of 19 degrees on this date. We're sitting at 42 right now, and we'll be 70 before it's over. Can you believe that? This is it, 67 to 70 is what the National Weather Service says, depending upon where you are as we look across this. As we go down to Hattiesburg, we're looking for 70 as we go across that Bama state line, 69 in Demopolis, and we'll see 68 right along there over in Livingston as well. Montgomery, 69 degrees. As we look, this is what the National Weather Service is telling us. Now, this is going to change. It always does. The Meridian area through Laurel should have the threat of severe weather tomorrow evening between 3 p.m. to 4 a.m., late in the evening to the early morning hours. We expect this to roll in. Serious storm as you'll look at these different colors here. Lauderdale County now a level 2. Only the eastern side out in Wyandotte a level 1. Most of Clark County, excluding Pachuta and Enterprise and Stonewall, is going to be under a level 2. And then the further west we go through Newton, Philadelphia, a level 2. When you get to that northwest corner of Neshoba County and into all of the Louisville area will be a level 3. And then when we get to this area here, that is the Delta. And as you'll look at the breakdown of this red area is going to see 80-mile-an-hour winds, damaging winds up to 80. You get into this area here, it would be 70, and the Meridian area is looking at 60. So it's serious now. Tornadoes cannot be ruled out on any of this. Tornadoes very possible here. Significant tornadoes in this area. Now, again, with all of this, every time we do weather, keep in mind, it can easily happen any given time. That line can move, and we're more than 24 hours out before this arrives, and it will move. We'll be here to walk you through all of this. Follow us. Let us know what you're doing, and we'll keep you up to date with the very latest when it comes to weather, serious weather, and it looks like we're going to have some now. Flash flooding is going to be possible with this as we look at what the National Weather Service tells us. Tomorrow afternoon and to Wednesday morning, expect it there. Anywhere from 1 to 3 inches of rain is going to be coming. Wet, wet, and wetter. As we look at the severe weather over in Alabama, this will go all the way over to Selma, taking in right up to Birmingham. Will be a level 2, and that eastern side of Bama will be a level 1. Alabama putting it from 5 p.m. to 2 a.m. Mississippi side getting it a little bit quicker, 3 p.m. Again, both time changes can change. As we look at this, we're above average as we'll see 70 degrees today. Woo! Cool front way back there in the west. As we look at this, this is our 7-day forecast, 69 to 70 today, and it is foggy outside. By tomorrow, we get up to 73, even warmer, and we'll have a dip on Thursday into the 50s. And then it zips right back up as we get back up to 69 over the weekend as we look ahead to that. That severe weather right there, though, is what we're looking at. As we come across through December the 12th, our weather forecast will be a change about December the 7th. We'll start seeing temperatures not get out of the 50s moving toward Christmas at that point. We do have some showers. Look at the 5th there. We could see some severe weather there as well. 76 is what we're expecting. Now, again, we're in that weather here in the late part of the year to where we do have tornadic activity. Almost always there's several tornado touchdowns this time of year, and then it happens again in the spring. We want you to pay very close attention to what's coming tomorrow. Don't overlook this as just another rain shower. It could be something serious. Best times to fish today. Let's check in on our friend Chet. Here we go, November the 28th. It looks to be, somewhere around 4:30 this afternoon being the best till dark 30. 4:30 is just about dark anyway, isn't it? We have a small time there around lunch to get there. It's an average day. Nothing over the top and great, but that's what we're looking at on the chances of fishing today. Hope you have good luck with that. We got a lot we're working on as we get ready for the morning show. Join us back at 8. Candace will be here. It all gets underway at 8 a.m. She's been off on vacation, enjoying herself. She'll be back. We look forward to seeing you then. We'll do some changes and get everything going. Thank you. We'll see you soon from the Scotty Ray Report. We'll see you back at 8.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: